Well, I'm on the phone with Travers, the Maine Maritime Academy men's soccer coach. And, Coach, a good weekend last weekend, a 5-1 victory over Green Mountain, a real tough 2-1 loss in the final game. Tell us about last weekend's trip to Vermont.
Last weekend, we had to go to Vermont. We had to get 2 results in order to qualify for the tournament. We went in, took care of business with Green Mountain, and then we had another epic battle with Castleton, who ended up, the number 2 seed in the conference tournament, tied 1-1 at halftime. Unfortunately, lost 2-1. Kind of the story of our year. We've been competitive and close in every game, but weren't able to kind of get over the top.
I mean, and that, had you won, you would have made the playoffs. And as it is, just finish outside with a 3-5-1 conference mark. And as you said, it's just been that elusive goal all season long.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a frustration for us. The players gave great effort. Played hard. Did everything that we asked, and we just when you go down the table and you look at Thomas is the number 1 team, we lose 1-0 and miss a penalty kick. Castleton's number 2, we lose 2-1 at their place. If you go down the table, Colby Sawyer's number 3, 1-0 loss here. So
Husson 2-1 and double overtime on a penalty kick.
And double overtime on a penalty kick. So, it was kind of the way our year went. But full credit to the players. They kept playing hard. There was no quit in them. Right to the last whistle in that Castleton game, we were competing and pushing forward, and we had 3 or 4 chances, because even with a draw, we would have advanced to the conference tournament. So, it's a little disappointing for us. We've been qualified for the conference tournament, I think, for 6 years in a row. And to be kind of on the outside looking in this year is not a place that we've been in a while, and kind of a uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah. So, I mean, what was and it's a tough question. What is the highlight of the season?
Wow, that is a tough question. What I think I don't remember about the season is just the way that we competed. Game in and game out, and when the results haven't gone your way, it's not always easy to lace them up and go out and put your best foot forward. And I felt like the kids did that. I'm proud of their effort. I'm proud of the way that we competed throughout the year. And a life lesson, sometimes you put your best foot forward and it's not good enough in the end. And that was what it was, for us this year. But we'll pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and go back to work and get ready for next year.
So let's talk about recruiting, as I mentioned with Seth. I mean, that's a hard thing, because you're obviously in season, and locally you've got all the other soccer teams that high school teams that are in season. I imagine your class of 2016 is pretty well set, but you're working on that junior class, this year's junior class, the 2017 Future Mariners.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in our sport, we're kind of a year ahead.
Yeah.
We'll be, we've identified everyone that we're currently talking to, last spring and last fall. So, we've seen those kids. We've had a bunch of players to campus already. I mean, it's a long way from being a complete class, because they have to get through the admissions process, financial aid process,
right.
All those things that are factors in determining where their final destination will be. But we're deep into that process right now, and we'll get a chance to get out here and see some of the tournament games and see some of the kids that we've already identified on for a second time, and start looking for guys for 2017 as well.
I mean, there's obviously Ellsworth has a little funnel towards Maine Maritime Academy with all the Ellsworth kids that you have on the roster and have been on the roster. Are there other schools that you have great relationships with, or how does that work?
Well, to be honest, the majority of our recruiting comes through the club soccer.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that a lot of the kids from Ellsworth are playing, on a year-round basis. So we get a chance to see them not only with the Ellsworth team, but also with their club teams in the spring. Where we've got, I think 2 kids right now on the roster from Thornton Academy from down south. So that's someplace that's been good to us. Brunswick has been good to us. So we, there's a bunch of different schools that we, that we work with, but also, in club soccer, you get kids from all different schools coming together and playing.
It's that Acadia Fire type deal, and
yeah, we've got Seacoast United,
right? Okay.
We've got GPS. Those are probably the 2 largest clubs in the state, and then there are some smaller clubs, and in the Acadia Fire Club, and some other ones that are in the area. So we get a chance to see all those different teams throughout the course of the year. So we're looking to find the best players we can, kind of no matter where they're coming from, that are interested in what we have to offer academically, and that's a fairly narrow focus. So that's an ongoing process.
Yeah, and that's something that Seth mentioned, as well as the basketball coaches last spring and winter, is that obviously you're not only looking for good soccer players, you're looking for good citizens and those that are going to be able to thrive in at Maine Maritime Academy, and plus at Castine, because let's face it, Castine's not South Portland.
It isn't?
Well, close. You do have wireless now.
Right. Those are all things that we look at in recruiting. You want someone who's academically a strong student that's going to gain admission to the academy and is going to be able to do well for themselves academically. We have a high standard of behavior here, and we want people that are going to come in and be able to fit into that culture, and we want good players, and also our location is sometimes a plus as well. There's not a lot of distractions. You can come in here, you can get your work done, you can do well academically. So it takes a kind of a special fit, and that's what we're looking for in the recruiting process.
All right, Coach, I really appreciate all the time that you've given us. I know that a lot of times you played on Tuesday, and then to be in the office and chat with us on Wednesday, and thank you so very much for your time, and wish you the best this fall and winter, and we look forward to chatting with you next year, and wish the best of luck in the future to the Maine Maritime Academy men's soccer team.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate your willingness to talk to us every week, and it's been a great thing. Great thing.